My first movie review. I am not reviewing. I am just reading from Times of India. I in our house normally we will buy Times of India, and most of the things Times of India reviews and news will be good. And last Thursday you must await the Chandramukhi 2, which is a sequel of Chandramukhi 1, has been released, and it had multiple mixed reviews. Among that, I am reading a review from Times of India. It goes like this: Chandramukhi 2 is not a bad, nothing more sequel. They have given 2.5 stars. They have made the review as: a rich family moves into Vetayanpuram palace to renovate their ancestor temple and perform a puja, but doing so might bring back the ghost of Chandramukhi and let loose the cruel Vetayan. In 2005, when P. Vasu's Chandramukhi hit the screen, horror comedies were novel to Tamil cinema, and with the film marking the return of superstar Rajinikanth after a 3 years obstacle, it had a lot going for it. Now, 18 years later, horror comedy as a genre has almost reached saturation point, and the sequel is led by Raghava Lawrence, who built his stardom with another horror comedy franchise, the Kanchana films. So how does that work out for this new film now? This one from the beginning feels like one has been taken back to the early 2000s on a time machine. There is a hero introduction, fight and song, something that has almost gone out. The comedy falls flat, and it is painful to watch the once great Vadivelu's desperate attempts to inject humor into the scenes. With these antics, the only bits that evoke laughs are, sadly, the attempts the film makes at drama, like the scene where Raghava Lawrence makes a case for setting aside religious differences. The plot does away with the progressive aspects that the first film, thanks to it being an adaptation of acclaimed Malayalam film Manichitrattalu, had. While the ghost in the first film had everything to do with psychology, this one does away with that angle entirely and is content to be a standard issue paypadam with mumbo jumbo about Atma and Deva Shakti. The characters are merely archetypes, and the performances are strictly functional. Even a strong personality like Radhika Sarathkumar, who appears as the matriarch of a family, just comes across as an ordinary presence because of weak character writing, and yet the film somehow manages to be not bad. All that credit for this has to go to the smart manner in which P. Vasu expands the backstory of Vetayan and Chandramukhi. These episodes, which form the major portions of the second half, build on the legend established in the first film. We see events that we have either heard about or witnessed as imaginary scenes in Chandramukhi play out as minor variations of what we know from the first film. Keeravani's music too mirrors this approach, capturing the spirit of Vidya Sagar's work in the original. And while Kangana Ranaut and Raghava Lawrence may not match up to Rajinikanth, being stars in their own right, they manage to hold the attention with their screen presence. In the end, Chandramukhi 2 turns out to be the kind of film that will mirror the mood of the viewer is in. Those who just want a momentary diversion might find this passable, while those looking for something more will feel underwhelmed.